Oh, hey, friends. Hope you're doing well. I'm just putting up these posters that I made around the church. I think maybe if somebody sees one, they might be able to help me find my story bag. It says, "Lost. Story bag belongs to Mr. Casey. Please call," with my phone number. So I'm hoping that somebody around the church or around here somewhere will see this picture and know where my story bag is, and then they can call me and let me know that they have it, and then they can bring it back to me. Kind of like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen these kinds of posters around your neighborhood, maybe with not a picture of a story bag on it, but maybe with a picture of a cat or a dog that has gone missing. When someone loses their pet, sometimes they'll put up these flyers around the neighborhood. And you can be a good neighbor by, when you see these posters, by, kind of looking around, and if you find that dog or cat that's gone missing, you can bring it back to your neighbor, and they'll be so happy to have their pet back. Because it can be such a scary and sad thing to lose a pet. When something that we really love goes missing, that is not a fun feeling, friends. And I know that feeling well. I really miss my story bag, so I hope it turns up soon. You'll keep an eye out, won't you? Okay. Well, Jesus once told a story about a pet that went missing. Would you like to hear it? Well, see, back in Jesus' day, people didn't really keep dogs and cats as pets like we do today and other animals, but they really enjoyed keeping sheep. Yeah, that's right, sheep. Do any of you have a pet sheep at home that you take care of? Probably not. But in Jesus' day, people loved taking care of little sheep. And Jesus told a story one day about a little boy who had not just one or two pet sheep, but get this, he had 100 pet sheep. Can you believe that? Can you imagine how much work it must have been to take care of 100 sheep? I mean, if you have one pet at home, you know that just taking care of that one pet is a lot of work, right? Well, this little boy, he loved all of his pet sheep, and he took such good care of them. Every morning, he would lead them out of the sheep pen, and they would walk with him all the way out into the open fields where they could munch on green grass and run around and play and drink the cool water. And then at the end of the day, when the sun would begin to set and it would start to get dark, the little boy would bring his sheep back home. And he would bring them back to the sheep pens so that they could stay there safely and sleep there together overnight. And every time he brought the sheep home, friends, he counted each one to make sure that he had them all with him. As they went into the sheep pen, he would count 97, 98, 99, 100. And then he would close the gate to keep them safe inside. Well, one day, the little boy did what he does every day, right? Brings the sheep out of the sheep pen, leads them out into the pasture so that they can eat and drink and play. And then at the end of the day, he brought them back when it was starting to get dark, and he brought them back to the sheep pen, and he counted them as they came back in the sheep pen. 97, 98, 99. Uh-oh. There are supposed to be 100 sheep. But the little boy looked around and he said, "Oh no, I've only got 99 sheep. I must be missing one of my beloved sheep. The sheep must be lost out there in the field. And now it's all dark and the sheep is all alone by itself, probably cold and scared and confused and in danger." Can you imagine how you would feel, friends, if you were lost out in the middle of nowhere with no one around to help you and it was dark at night? That would be scary. Well, the little boy knew what he had to do. He loved the sheep so much, and he wanted to bring the sheep home. So he went out into the field with his flashlight, and he set about looking for the sheep. He called, "Here, sheep, 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 here, sheep, sheep, sheep." And he searched for hours and hours until finally he heard a noise. Bah, bah. And he shined his flashlight and he found it. He found the lost sheep. Oh, and he scooped up that lost sheep in his arms and he hugged it close to him. And he took that lost sheep and brought him all the way back home, put him back in the sheep pen with the other sheep, closed the gate so that they would all be safe and sound. Now the people who were listening to this story, the people in God's family, they knew what this story was about. They had heard enough of Jesus' stories by now that they knew that in this story that they were the lost sheep. That they were the lost sheep that had wandered away from God and that were lost and in danger, and they needed someone to come and rescue them. And they were beginning to believe that maybe Jesus was the special rescuer that God had sent into the world to bring God's family home again. They were very excited about this, friends. And some people were so excited that they began to follow Jesus, stay with him everywhere he went, and to listen to more of his teachings and stories. They became Jesus' closest friends. We're going to be sharing more of those stories about Jesus' friends in the next few weeks, so I hope you'll tune in. For now, I'm going to let you go. I've got more of these flyers to hang up. So I'll see you next time, friends, with another story. Do your activity pack if you've got that today, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye, friends.